Yes, we've had some statues removed, not by council officials, they were removed by vandals. Well, the weather does look nice and chopped today. The sun's out. I know we had rain last night and early this morning. It seemed to keep most people in their tents. But as you can see, life has resumed to normal. People going about their daily business in CHOP. And let me have a little scan of the feeds, see if anybody else has gone live. If not, I may bring you another pre-recorded video. You guys seem to like that a lot. Right, that live feed seems to have cleared up from earlier. Let's have an overlook of CHOP. This camera seems to have a pretty wide angle lens on it. Let's have a little look at this camera. Stand by. So here we have, going to appear on your screens in the next few seconds as a nice overview shot of CHOP. There we go, guys. Hello Dave in YouTube chat, one of our moderators. So you can see on the left hand side of your screen, disappearing into the left hand corner, that is where the barrier has started. The construction workers moved in for about 2 hours to erect that barrier, all kindly donated by the taxpayers of Seattle. Also, I noticed that the construction workers did not have to show any identification, they did not have to obtain any type of visas, they were free to come into CHOP and carry out the construction work. The residents of CHOP did not get mad, they just stood by and watched as the barriers were built around them, which I thought was quite nice. Everybody remained calm. Raz has not been on the scene as far as I know, so I'm not sure what Raz is going to make of this. But I suspect Raz had prior knowledge that this was going to take place. Squidgy stream, yes they do have ladders in CHOP. because on day 1 or 2, once the police moved out, some residents of CHOP donned hard hats and protective clothing. They climbed up the ladders and they painted over all security cameras in the area. So I can confirm that they do have ladders, because we also live streamed that here directly on YouTube and Twitch. I believe they tried to cut the wires at first, but the wires are encased in some kind of metal conduit, so they had to resort to spray painting over the lens of the cameras. Didn't look very safe when these guys were climbing up the ladders either. I thought somebody was going to have an accident. I thought maybe somebody was going to fall off a ladder. But yes, this is a new overview of CHOP. Just like to shout out to you guys on YouTube who are rejoining the stream. The best way to interact with me is on Twitch, our new streaming platform, our new home. The Twitch feed has been live for over 11 hours with 0 interruptions. So if you guys over on YouTube want to come over to Twitch, you're more than welcome. So does anybody else have any more questions? I know you guys were interested to know if these guys had ladders in CHOP. We've confirmed that they do. Yeah, a little breeze blowing through the town of CHOP. You can see the market stall tents gently blowing in the wind. They seem to be quite stable though. CHOP does have its own security force. They are mostly active at night time. It looks like they are moving one of the market stall guys. If you look, they have just moved one of the market stalls closer to the barrier. Them barriers were installed about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago now. For you guys just joining us on YouTube, these barriers were kindly donated by the taxpayers of Seattle. The workmen and all the concrete barriers were allowed to come into CHOP without showing any form of visas, paperwork or passports. They were welcomed into the state of CHOP. was no violence. The residents just stood by and watched the barriers get erected. It was a very, very nice donation by the residents of Seattle, these barriers. It was a kind gift. Like I said earlier, lots of countries have a foreign aid budget. And as CHOP is a neighbour of Seattle, I believe it's only right that Seattle offers help to this new emerging state. So how do you guys feel? Do you feel this area of Seattle has been invaded? Invaded's quite a strong word. It does have a bit of a festival area going on. You're quite right. Yeah, a few people saying that it's been invaded. I mean, the police did put up quite a big fight to stop this happening, if you remember that night, with that 30-minute tear gassing and flashbanging. But the next morning, the police left. They boarded up the police station and Chaz was born. And they later renamed it to CHOP. Ooh, good idea, Drill. Well, one good thing is, as far as I know, when the invasion took place, there was no loss of life. There wasn't too many injuries. Yeah, that's right. We've got people in YouTube chat just giving me some information that the police left on the orders of the mayor. Now, has the mayor been infiltrated somehow? Did he just gladly hand over the keys to this area of Seattle? Oh, Jenny, yes, that's right. I forgot it is a she. Yes, Dubstep Brian, we restreamed that as well. We streamed that live when Raz turned up for the very first night with his modded AK. Well, I hear property prices are very low in the state of CHOP at the moment. These people really do like them barriers. It seems to be like the town square. People seem to congregate against the newly installed barriers. She said they could have a summer of love in Seattle. She doesn't seem to have read the something though, because one of the demands was, oh yes, they did call for her to be fired. That's right, I know what you're saying now. I did read that. I did hear that one of their demands was that the police station be handed over to CHOP so they could use the ex-police station as their headquarters. Right, you guys in Twitch chat, do you want to see another video brought to you from Clear Skies News, the reporter from earlier on? Another video report from Chaz? CHOP, sorry, CHOP. Okay, stand by. I really do need to know if I am going to get into trouble, because sometimes I make a mistake and I continue to call CHOP CHAZ. Now I need to know if that is a criminal offence for me to call CHOP CHAZ. Because I do know some states in America do have the death penalty, and I don't want to have any part of that, so I will try and remember to refer to it as CHOP. Such a liberated area. It does look very peaceful at the moment. Very tranquil. The earlier rains would have done a world of good for the vegetable gardens as well. Stand by, I'm about to bring you a pre-recorded video. Give you guys an inside look from CHOP in all its glory. Stand by, 20 seconds or so. This video is entitled Inside Look at CHOP. Let's watch this together.
Wow, what a breakthrough. I gotta say, having an installation. Oh yeah.
We are reporting live from CHAZ here in Seattle. I spoke to a couple locals here in Seattle and they told me that things get a little bit crazier into the night, so we'll be providing you guys live updates on what things look like from here in CHAZ in Seattle. This is also a no-cop zone, so if anyone calls the police officers for any type of help or crime, they will not come into the zone unless it's an active shooter. We heard that from multiple sources here on the local level. We also spoke to a firefighter, a local firefighter from Seattle, who said they've been instructed to not come in here at all. And this, guys, is the Seattle police precinct that they abandoned a few days ago.